Todd, how satisfying is that to have that kind of win here at home and keep the point streak alive?
It's a good feeling. You win anytime you win in this league, and you're able to win 5-0. Obviously, did a lot of good things. So it leaves you with a good feeling, and to continue with the streak of what is it? 11 games now. 11 games now. Where we haven't lost in regulation. So there's a lot of things to feel good about.
You feel like this club owes it or owed it to its fans to finish strong here at home, given the struggles here at home?
We talked about that. The disappointment when you go back over the season, you look at stats, numbers, records, whatever it is. For me, it comes down to obviously our home record and how we've played here. Now there were different times where maybe we struggled in the third period where games were tight, and then there were other times where we just didn't get off on the right foot in games. And what we need to do is establish our game here at home and make this a tough building to play in. And we've done that in the past. For whatever reason, we didn't do that this year.
Was there ever a point where you were worried about a letdown during this game? I mean, did you know right away could you sense that wasn't going to happen against Toronto tonight?
I think the guys were focused, prepared, and they're professionals too. This is what you get paid to do. You get paid to go out and play, and some games are easier to play than others. But I think the guys were focused and ready.
You've played a lot of playoff-bound teams and teams that have their standings yet to be decided recently. Is this game maybe almost a better measure of your team's character in that they were playing a club that looked emotionally spent?
I think all these games are measuring the guys' characters and our character as a group. I don't think it was playing against the New York Rangers on Monday and playing these guys on Wednesday. It's professional and, again, character.
Coach, it's been spoken about all season, the importance of getting Ryan Murray back in the lineup before the end of the year, just for the importance of his development. But how important was a night like tonight for him to play well, just have something in the offseason to look back on and feel positive about after this year?
I wasn't concerned with him playing well. It was just about him getting in the lineup and playing games and getting reps out on the ice. Now, he played really well tonight. And it's what we expected out of Ryan. He's done it a number of times this year where he's come in off of an injury or just missing some games, and he's stepped right in. And it looks like he's been playing the whole season. So speed and timing, all those things that you talk about with rust, he didn't have any of that. Stepped right in, and you can see the impact that he has on our team. He makes us a better team.
Todd, was there a point tonight when you felt that the team kind of galvanized around making sure Bob got a shutout?
For me, we gave up too many chances in the third period, and Bob really earned his shutout there in the third period. We gave up, some point-blank chances, and but that's Bob being Bob. That's what we expect out of him. I would have liked to have seen it a little bit simpler, nicer third period, but sometimes that happens.
How good has Bobrovsky been during this run? I know you've scored a lot of goals, I think 4 or more, averaging over the last 10 or whatever it is, but how good has Bob been during this stretch? And do people not realize maybe how good he's been?
Well, he's been good, but again, you have to credit the guys around him too. He's made some big saves, and I think it's some things that we expect out of Bob now, just having seen it in the past. But you have to give credit to the guys too that are playing in front of him. Ryan Murray, a big block shot in the third period, and there's other examples of that too. Bob's playing well, but I think as a group, when you've gone 11 games without a regulation loss, it's a team effort.
Piggybacking off that team effort thing, how good was it to see not just 5 goals, but 5 goals from 5 different players on multiple lines?
Contributions from a lot of different people tonight. Obviously the offensive zone, scoring goals, but there were some big plays all over the ice. And I think you look at the minutes played out on the ice, I think everybody was double digits, and you're able to just play 4 lines and just kind of roll lines. And that's because all the lines are going. And it's, as a coach, it's easy to coach them.
This was a game in which some of your young players really showed out. Marco Dano and Wemberg had a couple block shots, and then Boone Jenner. Could you talk about their performance this evening?
Well, again, our young guys were good, but when you go back over a 5-0 win, it's a team effort. And again, the way the minutes were played, you can see that everybody had contributions out on the ice, but you can tell that there's something with Marco Dano and Wenberg. You can see some chemistry. You can see vision and the skill and the talent that these guys have. And the more that they play together, the more reps that they get. You can really see something starting to build there.
Todd, win number 40, and I think if you look back to when things weren't going so well, 40 wins seemed impossible. What does that milestone or that milepost along the way mean to you? I know you like to look at those things after the fact, but I mean, it's pretty significant given where this team was.
It is, but again, I look at as a coach, you're always saying, where can we be better? And 40 wins, considering where we're at, is pretty good. But where we stumbled and to me where we failed is too many regulation losses. And 40 wins, this year I still don't think that'll get you in. And I'm talking about not having as many losses. 35 regulation losses is too many. You got to try to get some of those to overtime, and you get 8 of those to overtime. Yeah, again, that's 88 points with 2 games to play. And the way that the season has gone, you're still short. But considering where we were at, absolutely. And it's a credit to the players again about the things that we talked about, how we want to finish the season, the things that we want to do, want to accomplish, about getting better, and building some momentum into the summer. And again, there's a good buzz in the city, and there's a good buzz around the Blue Jackets right now. And that's the way we want to finish out the season.
Todd, you caught Ken Hitchcock tonight on this club's win list. I think most people, if they equate a coach with this team, it's Hitch. Now that you've caught him, maybe it's you now. I mean, is there any significance to that to you?
To me, no. No, there's no significance. It's a win. I'm looking forward to Friday, that game. I'm trying to get another win. And again, when this is all over with, look back and reflect on things, but it's going to be more about where we need to be better so we can get more wins.
Is Hitch the coach that you, before you came here, there's one coach you equate this team as a Hitch?
Oh yeah, for sure. My time in the NHL and following the Blue Jackets, it was always Hitch behind the bench.